石運び今なんて言った
これだけ。
Hello everyone, Skippy here, and welcome to One Piece episode 920, directed by Yutaka Nakashima and supervised by new supervisor Keita Saito and Toshio Deguchi. While the chapter that this episode is adapting isn't too huge in the grand scheme of things, it's one of my absolute favorites in early Act 2, just because it has the usual classic Straw Hat shenanigans that are seldom found post-timeskip. So I'm very thankful that a director like Yutaka Nakashima, who brings that classic One Piece feeling to his episodes, is sitting in the director's chair here. With the new supervisor Saito, who's worked on series like Pokemon XY and Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, working with a fast but not as visually appealing supervisor in form of Deguchi. I myself am trying to not expect too much from this episode due to how half and half I was on the past few, and because it's quite low-key compared to some upcoming events, but can Nakashima deliver a satisfying episode amidst my skepticism? Well, let's grab a bowl and find out. This episode covers the first 12 pages of chapter 927 and the first 2 pages of chapter 928. And despite some of the slowness towards the middle of it, the adaptation is done very well and heightened even more thanks to the addition of Nakashima's usual small additive filler. It may not seem like a lot, but just seeing Toko before the whole soba shop incident takes place, and seeing more of how the actual fight pans out makes it feel once again more cohesive and a better story because of it. With the clever and thoughtful addition of Usopp meeting Toko being my absolute favorite and something that will come into play later on down the line. It's certainly not anything that's uber impactful like a Komaki episode, but it does the manga's events justice and continues the trend of making Act 2 feel less incoherent with some cleverly paced filler that makes me forgive the episode's shortcomings in terms of stretching out canon content. Due to the content itself, the board this week is rather tame in terms of depicting a great sense of scale, but like Nakashima's other boards, it's a very well composed and serviceable one at its core. With him going absolutely hog wild during the comedic moments to really sell these gags by adding so many cool visual cues that make the moments even funnier than they were originally. Combine that with some really gorgeous usage of compositing, and the board itself isn't one that's absolutely masterful, but it's vibrant and makes you pay attention to what is by and large a setup episode, enhancing what we could see of Saito's on-model corrections that weren't corrected by Ichikawa, and making us completely forget about Deguchi's usual chicken scratchy art. With a small but nice character acting scene from Sachi Suzuki that acts as the cherry on top with very lively movement, 920 is a Sunday of an episode. It's nothing compared to the 5-star meal of, say, a Komaki or Koyama episode, but it's a nice and delicious treat that serves its purpose to satisfy you, and that's really all that I could ask for. But if Nakashima somehow didn't please you here, then there's no need to fret as Yasunori Koyama is up next week, directing Hiroshi Hara's board for Komurasaki's introduction. The general direction looks absolutely solid, with lighting in dark areas and compositing looking majorly impactful. And supervisor Masahiro Kitazaki looks to be bringing along his rugged yet bold artwork and tendency to animate a lot on his own episodes. So episode 921 is certainly going to be one to look forward to. Anyways guys, that's it for now. I'm Skippy, and damn, Luffy is seriously yoked.